And yeah, it was tough, but a good experience. So it's got me excited for next year.
Yes. Okay. Are you going back to NC State or anything to announce there?
Yeah, nothing to announce. I plan on running cross most likely. Just couldn't leave the girls quite yet, so I think that's the plan.
Yeah. And then can you just go back to the NCAA meet? Where you just tired or?
Yeah, I don't know. Honestly, I have no excuse for myself. I just didn't perform, wasn't feeling myself that week, and it sucks when it doesn't work out. It was really hard, but yeah, I tried not to dwell on it and try to bounce back for this meet, and it wasn't quite what I wanted, but I think it was a step in the right direction.
You've been competing at such a high level from cross country to indoors and then outdoors. Like, how hard is it just to keep that level going throughout the whole year?
Yeah, it is really hard, the NCAA system. The pros don't start racing until, like some of them don't even do indoors, but having cross and indoors and outdoors is a lot. Yeah, I felt like I was in really good shape around Milrose indoors, and then I think it started to catch up on me, the stress and everything, but yeah, it is really tough, so maybe we'll have to think about approaching the next year differently. I'm not sure.
Yeah. Was there any injuries or anything you were dealing with in the spring, or was it just kind of a long season, you think?
Yeah, I'm not sure. There was like a couple weeks there where I was just really struggling. There's one workout I didn't even finish, and I've never done that before, so yeah, I think there's just a lot going on, and it was just really hard to kind of maintain the mileage with the stress of everything. So I think my body just had a hard time handling it.
Why'd you decide to run this meet?
I think it's just a really good experience. I ran it last year and had a really good time. And yeah, and if you want to make teams, you got to come to meets like this and compete against the best in the country. So that was what I was trying to do, is just put myself in there.
What'd you learn from this whole year as a whole?
Yeah, I learned a lot. Yeah, I think one of the main things is just like maintaining like high mileage and like the hard workouts while trying to like, I don't know, it just was really stressful, just trying to like deal with the stress of everything with the training. It's just been really hard. Yeah, I think once like I'm done with college and have more time to take care of myself, it'll be a little bit easier.
Yeah.
There's been a lot of athletes speaking up about mental health, especially the pressures of school, NIL, competing at a really high level. Do you feel like you have a voice in that conversation, or is it something more personal to you as you like figure out this new?
Yeah, I mean, the sport is a big mental game. All sports are. So, yeah, when you kind of get into a cycle of like you're not feeling good and like you're really stressed, it's just like this never-ending like bad cycle, and it's really hard to manage. But yeah, there's a lot of resources out there. Personally, I just like talk to my friends and family, and they help me kind of like calm down when I'm feeling really stressed, and everyone has their methods. But yeah, I think it is like a topic that not a lot of people talk about.
Have you given any thought to maybe like, I know it's in the future, but like 2024, you mentioned having to run indoors, outdoors, and cross country. It's a pretty long season. Like, do you think you might just turn pro after the cross country season, or have you decided that yet?
Yeah, I mean, that's a possibility. Yeah, we kind of just like, I was feeling really stressed about like making decisions. We kind of just put it in the back burner, just focus on the race. So I guess now's the time to have those conversations.
Yeah, you got a while.
Yeah.
Are you just going home to New York now?
I'm going to Huntsville for the Land Track Club camp to do the panel, and then I'll go to Asheville for the camp that my coaches put on and do the panel, and then yeah, I'll have to head back to Raleigh for a bit, and then I'll probably go to New York to see the family and the new puppy.
What kind of puppy?
Golden Retriever.
Your parents got one?
Yeah, from my little brother.
Have you ever had a golden retriever?
Yeah, great breed. Yeah, we love them, so it's not the first.
What's the name?
Brody. Yeah.
Katelyn, real quick on track, I know you were mentioning how like you were coming here for just like experience. Were you striving for anything in particular? Were you striving to like potentially make the team, or were you just kind of here to like just get another race underneath your belt to kind of end the season?
Yeah, I mean, it would have been great to be in the fight for the team, but yeah, my finish just isn't there yet. In the back of my head, I thought top 6 would be like a good place, and I was 7th, just missed out on 6. Yeah, I think I should have kicked a little bit earlier. I kind of gave up on myself when I was alone there for a bit, which was really hard. It was interesting how the race strung out like that. But yeah, I learned a lot, and I think that was the main goal, is just to come and gain some experience.
And you also have a younger brother who's competing in New York, and he talks about how grateful he is for a sister like you, that he can look up to you. How do like his season is going, and just what are his goals going forward?
Yeah, shout out Ryan. He's a stud. I love going home and running with him, and yeah, I'm glad that he like listens to me a little bit because high school was really hard for me, and I kind of made mistakes and learned the hard way, so he didn't have to. So yeah, hopefully I could be a little mentor for him, and yeah, he's great. So I'm excited to see what he does.
Well, you're a great example. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Wait, so let's go. Speaking of mentors, there's a lot of NC State women in the field
Yeah.
with you. Does that make you feel a little bit more comfortable knowing that you're competing with the rest of the world?
Yeah, it was awesome. We had two girls come who were at NC State, Savannah and Allie, so I got to travel with them, which just made it a lot easier. And then got to warm up with Hannah and Ellie, my old teammates. So yeah, it just makes it a lot easier knowing familiar faces.